it might be too late to say Happy New Year to some of you, but Happy New Year. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my Vlogmas series. 24 episodes. I know it's a lot, but I think I've given you enough time to catch up. So, before I proceed on what we're discussing today, thank you so much for everyone who has just been engaging with me on my social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. I actually did a survey like 2 weeks ago, and basically the survey was about what we will be discussing for the next 2 weeks. We're going to be discussing planning our wardrobes, what you need to wear, what you need to consider. I know there are people who don't really think about these things, but I just thought it's important to put the information out there. Might help you, might help explain why you haven't really identified your signature style or what you really like to wear, or why some things work and some things don't. So today we're going to really discuss that. Welcome again. Thank you for being here. So next. So, as I had mentioned before, I did a poll asking people if they plan their wardrobes and if they consider planning their wardrobes, or if they even knew what that was. So, I'll just share with you the poll results right here. So, this is why I think it's important to actually consider planning your wardrobe. Most of the time I get clients that come to me to have clothes made for specific occasions. So that means it will be probably very detail oriented, and for some reason the time I'm given most of the time it's very, very little. I tend to maybe say if I can't do it in the short amount of time, but personally I prefer more time than less time, because it just makes it easier to schedule fittings. If there are alterations, they're done in good time, and the clothes are also finished well. And a lot of tailors I have worked with have really complained about time constraints, and it's probably also the reason why most tailors have time management issues. They might have it because of the time given, and also because they're taking too much time. So I'm not saying they're not at fault, but planning your wardrobe helps you think through what you will wear. We all know there is a birthday party, there is a wedding, there is a special occasion somewhere along the line in the year. So it's important to just plan for an outfit that will accommodate events. And even if you don't want to make some of them right away, it's important to just schedule it and make it maybe an outfit a month, that you can have something. You know there'll be an office party at the end of the year, plan for it by October. You know there will be a wedding, most weddings are in December here in Kenya, plan for your outfit then. And then also it helps you identify someone who will be able to bring out what you really, really want if you plan ahead. Example, there's some people who are very good at making jumpsuits, and you really want a jumpsuit, it will give you time to look for someone who's good at jumpsuits, because the mistake a lot of people make is, oh, this tailor made my dress very, very well, or this designer made my wedding dress very, very well, and then you assume we can be able to make everything. Chances are we probably can make or try to make, but the truth is everyone is gifted in a specific thing. Like for me, I love to make dresses, so I spend a lot of time making dresses, and I get very excited about making dresses. And it's not that I cannot make other clothes, but generally I like to stick to what I'm very, very good at, so that my client is happy. I will actually do a video much later about my fashion design journey, probably in February, and watch out for that, so that maybe you'll also see the evolution of my style and the evolution of my work. So I hope this helps, and I hope maybe the rest of the content in this video will really, really help you see why it's important to plan, because there is way more to it than just, I really like that dress and I want it, or I really like how that dress looks on that person and I want it. Planning your wardrobe takes a lot of time, and especially if you want to be viewed in a very professional way or even an artistic way, whatever way you express yourself. I think it's just something that it's important to take note of and to plan for. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to start with body type. I know that there are people who do not know what their body type is, and I'm going to go into great detail so that you can really understand what your body type is. Body type plays a very big role in how you dress, and the more you understand your body type, the more you'll understand your style and what looks good on you. So just a disclaimer, I'm going to focus on women because my main audience is women. If you'd really like me to do men as well, maybe you're a man watching or you're a woman who needs to source outfits for a man, I will be very willing to do it. And so just let me know in your comments and I will do a video. I guess you can decide after you see the content because men also have body types. So I'm going to discuss the body types. I'm sure you've heard of them, and I am going to include slides so that it's easier to follow through, so that if you want to take a screenshot or you feel like that kind of content is important to you, you'll be able to save it. And I'm going to post some of them on Instagram and LinkedIn in case you do want to save the content as well.
There are 5 basic body types: apple, pear, inverted triangle, square, and hourglass. Other sources have more than 5, but I will focus on these 5. So here are the detailed slides of each body type. I'll not go into details of reading them because I think you can read and even do a screenshot where you need to. There are examples after each body type of things you could consider wearing according to your body type. And also in the next clip after this slide, I'm going to show you how to take measurements to determine which body type you are. And please check the description. There is a link for a calculator that basically helps you determine which body type you are if you can't really tell. I have given tips on how you can measure yourself with a tape measure, and if you do not have a tape measure, I have given an alternative so that you can be able to figure it out. Another option is just to go and get measured by a tailor or your designer, and all you need are bust, waist, and hips. And of course, your height does play a factor into what you would choose to wear, but for the calculator, you only need your bust, waist, and hips. If you have any questions, please indicate them below, and I just hope that this information is very helpful.
So to take measurements, I'm going to use a tape measure, and I'm going to use inches because it's what is used by most tailors and designers in Kenya. There are people who use centimeters, but you can always convert. So it's important to ensure that when you're taking your bust, the tape measure is parallel to the ground and you've taken it on the fullest part of your body, and ensure that you take it fitted as possible so that it is actually your body measurements and not the outfit measurements, because there are people who take outfit measurements and not body measurements. So you take the fullest part of your bust. You can see it's going around my back, and make sure you wear a bra that you're going to actually wear with the outfit that is being made. Then you take your waist. I tend to take where I bend the most. Same thing. And then you take your hips, which is the roundest part. I know some people have high hips, some people have low hips, so keep that in mind. And if you're having an outfit made, that is something that the person making the outfit should take note of. So that is the measurement you need to be able to put in to the link I have put in the description to be able to know what your body type is. So I hope that is helpful. If you do not have a tape measure, you can actually use a string and take it the same way I have done with the tape measure and mark where the string ends and use it on a ruler to figure out what your measurement is. It may not be as accurate, but it will give you an idea of what your body type is. Yes, hope this is helpful. So apart from what I have just presented, the other things you need to understand as a woman or a human being, let me talk specifically to women, is that your body does change. Despite all these specific body shapes, there are things that do make your body change. Like for me, I can tell you, I am in the hourglass category, but when I add weight, I do add weight in specific places. So weight gain does change your body type a bit. So it will also affect probably what I will wear. The other things that affect, apart from puberty, because puberty affects everybody, is pregnancy. Pregnancy does affect, and also menopause does affect. So I will include a slide to explain what exactly it affects. It affects everybody differently. So there are a lot of things to consider as well when you're thinking about your body type. I've had very many clients who, especially after pregnancy, they're really caught off guard with their bodies. They don't know what to do. Maybe they used to know how to dress their bodies before pregnancy, and then after pregnancy, it becomes very difficult to figure out what their new style is. So it can be a bit of a process. And also the first thing is always to just accept your body as it is. Whether or not you want to lose weight, or there's something you want to change about your body, it's important to accept it and then work on whatever it is you want to work on. Otherwise, it can become very stressful mentally, and it can also affect you, and it will also just show in how you're dressing. So I just wanted to point that out as well. There is something else I wanted to point out. Even as you're considering your body type, please consider your height. It's important to know that despite a style fitting your body type, your height might also affect maybe like the length of what you're wearing. I would encourage you to follow influencers or celebrities who have your body type, and probably also your height, because most of the time it's indicated. Follow their styles, because they have professional stylists who actually dress them, and they don't just dress them for the red carpet event, they also dress them for everyday wear. So that will also help you kind of see what style will look good on you. Otherwise, also take your time when you're shopping for clothes. It's very, very important that you actually get clothes that suit you, because you just know people selling clothes want to sell you anything, as long as they make a sale. Another thing is consider, as I was saying, consider magazines. Our local magazines have features on styles that suit women of different age groups. They usually do 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I guess 60s, I guess if they can get celebrities. And the stylists who work for the magazines also source for clothes that are similar from local shops, so that you can know where to get them from. So that's a good source for you as well to check. So True Love magazine, Couture Africa magazine, sometimes even the newspaper. Most of the time I've seen it in magazines, so please do check. I think right now a lot of them are already digital, but you can still buy a physical magazine in most of the shops. So that's a good way to also consider. And you can also cut out the pictures, keep them for the things you really like, and then if you really want it made, you can visit your tailor, preferably a tailor who's good at making that specific thing, and have them create something for you in line with that. I hope that is helpful advice. So we've come to the end of this specific video. I hope you've learned a lot. Please send me messages. You can write a comment. I really appreciate it. I respond to all comments. So next week we are looking at undertone. I'm sure some of you are wondering what that is, but It's very, very important, more than you think. And then we will also be looking at what is a capsule collection and what is a statement piece, and those really help you, especially if you're on a budget and you really do not like spending a lot of money on clothes and you just want to be able to manage your wardrobe but still look like you have like 1,000 clothes. So please make sure you tune in next week, same day. Hopefully I'll be able to keep this up. I'm really trying to be consistent on the day. I try to be consistent weekly, but I want to be consistent daily, which can be very hard because of the many other things I need to do. So thank you so much for watching to the end, and I'll see you next week.